All right.
Hey man, you got that Marine Corps thing in the background? Don't maybe have to bring out my army stuff now.
I had to put it up, man. I had a blank wall, man, you know.
Hey, no problem. Hey, yo,
So, you good?
yeah, we good.
That's all. Let's see, man. You know, you been the ghost on me and thing, bro.
No, man, I've been waiting on you. You been ducking me, man. Shoot, you don't have to. Hey, you been ducking me so much that you don't turn me to the black male version of Barbara Walters with the interviews I've been doing.
Man, that's crazy. Tripping. It's tripping. Well, like I said, I've been waiting on you, really. You know, I know we've been missing each other, I guess. I don't know. You've been busy, like you said. So.
Shoot, I thought you were trying to get promoted to listener.
Nah.
I was like, God dang, we got 2,000 subscribers. People wanted to hear from us, and you just, I was like, man, come on, Drew. I sent you the thing. I thought you
Yeah.
were gonna say, okay, yeah, we could talk about this, or you gonna give me your availability.
Hey, when you said it, man, I just be like, hey, let's go with it. You know what I'm saying? I just don't never text you back. When you said it, I'm like, I'm good with it. I just thought I need to start telling you, yeah, hey, I'm ready and thing. But when you never sent the call out or hey, I was just like, I guess you're not ready, you know. I don't know. But anyhow.
Yeah, we're gonna start another podcast on this channel too, where we're gonna interview interracial couples.
Okay. You got anybody in mind?
Not yet, but it's coming. I got a couple of people. I got a couple of people in mind, but I got to confirm first.
I
But
got
yeah,
you.
we'll give it another minute, then we're gonna go ahead and start the live.
That's what's up. That's
What
what's
about 30 seconds?
Man, this weather been crazy, right? Need some
You
need some rain, though.
man, I'd be happy when we get to the 90s. I take 99. Shoot, shoot.
I don't want them. I want the high 80s. The hell with the 90s. As the older
Man,
I
shoot, it's
get,
hotter
man, you hear me?
shoot, it's
Older I
hotter
get.
than the devil's roof.
He said, the older I get, man, I can't do the heat like that. You know, I'm working with Lowe's all them years, man, and then I've been out that heat. I was able to do it when my 30s and low 40s. Now I'm getting older. I can't do that heat as well that much no more. It's wearing on me. I'm getting tired, exhausted. I got to put cooler towels on my head. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's rough.
Thank you to our two people that's on the channel right now. Hello, uh, to Win. Thank you for coming to our live stream. Today, we're going to be talking about balancing a better life for your children versus spoiling them. So, I'm William from the Pastor Culture Podcast. Pastor Culture Podcast. Drew, come on, introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Drew. Past the Culture Podcast here with Will. We're talking about different subjects and things. Tonight, what we're talking about the
Yeah, the
balancing.
balance of wanting a better life for your kids and providing a better life versus spoiling them. And I'll go ahead and kick it off. When you come from nothing and you have a real rough childhood, or and you wanted to provide better things for your life, just like how your parents wanted better for you, you want better for them. So sometimes you find yourself giving your kids all these advantages and them not being grateful. It makes you realize that you're spoiling them. What do you
Yeah,
want to add on to that?
yeah. Um, I find it hard. Like I said, I find it hard to have the give my kids the things that I didn't have. You know, I try to limit my buying, but there's needs that they need, but for the most part, their wants is something that I want to do, but I don't because I don't want to spoil them. I think with so much abundance that we didn't have back in the 80s and 90s, it's kind of hard to kind of stay away from actually spoiling them. Uh, I don't know. It's a hard balance. It's, I see it.
Thank you for subscribing to us. We really appreciate that. Uh, yeah, especially being a girl dad, man. I'm not gonna lie. My daughter sometimes be having me wrapped around her finger, but
Yeah.
I try to do a better job of saying no when especially when I need to, because like she knows how to play me too. like, like I remember this time when growing up when she wanted some candy. Hello, Caitlin, Craig, thank you for coming, and hello, Anna. Like I remember growing up, we had this I came home from work and my daughter asked me, could I have some candy? Right? And I'm like, did you ask your mom? You know what she gonna tell me?
What's that?
I thought you was the man of the house. So I said, yeah, you can have some candy. I said, matter of fact, you have two pieces of candy or whatever,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
she up eating all this candy. Her mama came home. Hello, Big John. Her mama came home and she said, who told you to get candy? She said, Dad said you could get candy because he said he's a man in this house. Man,
Yeah.
we got such a big fight over there. Man, we were mad at each other for 2 days. I
I
realized that
do.
she was the one that played us. But yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie, when my daughter was born, she used to sleep on my chest. She slept on my chest like the first 2.5 months of her life for the most part, or whatever. Because her mom had went through a C-section and she was going through health problems. So pretty much she slept on my chest or whatever. So we've been like this since day one or whatever. So like even when we got in arguments and everything, like me and her mom would argue, I
Yeah.
would have to take my daughter because she would cry if I left her at home.
Mm. So she was 4.
Bye,
And
I got
then,
school now. I have to sleep. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. And bye, Win. But yeah, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I spoil it like I like it,
so
I'm doing a better job now. But it used to be, man. It was hard for me to tell her no. It was hard for me to punish her sometimes.
so do you think you're damaging her by doing that? It's by not being able to tell her no?
Yeah, I had to. Yeah, I did. But my dad had came to me. He was like, "Man, hey, if you don't take care of this early, it's gonna be a problem." So that's when I start, establishing more boundaries and everything. Because I thought that by giving her this and giving her that, just because she asked for it, I thought I was just being a good dad. But my dad
Mhm.
said, "Nah, man, you got to make her earn some stuff because how she's gonna appreciate it." So yeah, I started, making her do chores or giving her expectations. If you want this, I need you to do this, this, and that. So it was conditions, and if the stuff wasn't done, there was no excuses. You weren't going to get it. I don't care how much you cry, how much you bat your eyes at me, how much you don't, because she know how to hurt me. Because I'm like, do you need something? She'd be like, no, father. What I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like no
Yeah.
matter that, I gotta stand firm, and because in life when these streets ain't gonna feel bad for her. These schools and stuff, they gonna tell her no. So she need to get used to hearing that. So I have to stand firm even if it hurts me. So what about you?
Yeah, yes. Same here with my daughter. Except for I can't get my daughter to uh do anything. Like she send me things straight to my text message. Hey dad, I want this. And with me being able to provide that, I do it for her. And I don't ask for nothing in return. So I feel like I've been spoiling her because I tell her, hey, you gotta keep your grades up. You gotta clean your room up. I don't even tell her, hey, you know what? Take out the trash, keep your bathroom clean. I got 4 kids in the house, so I kind of try to give those, jobs, tasks to the other brothers, siblings and stuff. But eh, like I say, when she send me things, I just automatically get it for her because I'm able to do
Yeah,
it for her. But like I said, I think I'm pretty much like uh, setting her up for like failure because I think
yeah,
that
yeah. You
yeah,
are
she's gonna
because you got to
get
think
yeah.
about it. You got to think about it, man. You got to think about it like this. would you even if she, let's say she has her own company, she has her own company, right?
Yeah.
Would you want to work for a boss who can't take any direction?
No.
So how can you learn to lead, and how can you learn to be successful if you can't, if she's not used to being told no, she doesn't have any responsibility. Like, you got to prepare her for the real world, because guess what? When she on her own, nobody gonna wash her clothes, nobody gonna clean her bathroom. It's like she
Yeah.
go to college and the dorm is looking filthy, they gonna kick her out.
I get it.
And then she gonna
I get
call
it.
you, Dad, they kicked me out of my dorm. Why? Because it was nasty.
Yeah. Yeah.
You right, sir. Sorry, I didn't know your name. Yeah. His name is Drew. Big John.
What's up, Big John? Yeah, man. So it's all about uh, uh getting them to do something in return for what they want,
Yeah,
right?
getting them to establish a work ethic, because the worst thing you can do is, you know what I'm saying, them not have a work ethic. You're gonna be taking care
Mhm.
of them kids forever. They don't have a work ethic. How they gonna get a job? They get a
Mhm.
job. They don't have a work ethic. Guess what? You don't get fired. So,
Yeah.
like I said, even like I said, you have to be able to, you know what I'm saying. What she gonna tell her boss no?
Yeah.
Tell your boss, if you know, if you want to, you'll get promoted to customer.
So check this out. So you got some people in the world that say, hey, they don't want their child to work. They don't want them to have no
Even
job.
if you, yeah, guess what? But if even if you know what I'm saying, even if you have your own business, right? What do those businessmen have in common? Those successful businessmen and women have in common. What do they have? A strong work ethic.
Hmm.
So they was even the ones that don't work for nobody. Guess what? They work for their parents. They work
Yeah.
for the company that their parents built. So they learn to develop a work ethic and to think like them. So even a rich has a work ethic. You might not believe it, or you might not think it, but if you see the way that they operate, they got work ethics, strong ones.
Yeah.
You know who gave my speech? You know who gave my speech at my graduation, my high school graduation? Jeff
Valerie.
Bezos.
Oh,
Jeff
Jeffy.
Bezos.
I'm gonna
Did you
say
know that he started?
valedictorian.
Did you know that he started Amazon
Yeah.
in his mother's basement while he was working two jobs
Oh
to
yeah.
support him and his wife?
Oh, for real. Hold on. I didn't know that.
Yeah, this man is the second richest man in the world, and that's the thing that he had to do.
Hmm. Yeah,
People
that's
don't like Elon. People might not like Elon Musk, but one thing about it, Elon Musk worked his butt off to get to where he is. Like I said, even a rich has work ethics.
yeah.
Whether you like Trump or not, whether he got a boot up because of who his dad was. You
Mhm.
don't you don't stay successful and rich without working for it.
Yeah. Everybody. So you pretty much saying everyone that's successful has to have that work ethic behind them, right?
Yes,
Yeah. And that goes for your children, making sure they have that work
yeah,
ethic to make sure that they're
exactly.
that they're not being spoiled.
Yeah,
Uh,
you can have the greatest idea in the world, but if you don't know how to execute it, what's the point of having a great idea? You're gonna fail. So that's why you got to be hard on your kid about grades, because anybody, you know what I'm saying, yeah, and not anybody, but graduated high school and this day and this economy, that's the bare minimum. It's people with masters and bachelor's degrees that's unemployed right now.
hmm, they got the wrong field. They got their wrong degree in the wrong field.
It's people with HR degrees. It's people with engineering degrees. It's
Mm.
people that's got law degrees
Yeah.
that passed the bar and got law degrees unemployed.
Mm. Ah, that's rough. That's
Yeah.
sad. That's rough.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Shoot. My
Yeah.
Uber driver, my Uber driver on the way back from Dubai,
Yeah.
he passed the bar. He's been unemployed for 2 years. That's why he doing Uber. support himself.
Mm, yeah, that's you know, the way the this day and age is going into AI and autonomous driving and things like that. So I think robotics. I think getting into those type of degrees or something that's
It's
not.
people, like I say, it's people with engineering and those
Yeah,
and other types of degrees like that that's unemployed right now. But like
yeah,
I said,
yeah. It's
every
crazy.
even if you get a degree and this person work ethic is like this, who do you think they're gonna get a job to?
The person working at it. So yeah, we got to start
That's what I'm
teaching it
saying.
to at that
So
age.
that's what I'm saying. So you got to teach your kids, you know what I'm saying, early. Like you want to do everything for them, but it's a lot of times you got to make them do it themselves, man. It hurts you to
Yeah,
do it, but you got to make them do it yourself. It's just like, you know what I'm saying, like you couldn't walk for them. They had to learn how to walk themselves.
yeah,
You couldn't talk for them. They had to learn to talk themselves. Sometimes you just, as a parent, whether the kid wants to do something or not, sometimes you might have to make them do it. If it's for the better of them, you have to do it.
yeah. That's what I
Like I'm not
found
gonna lie. When my
doing.
dad put me in wrestling, I hated wrestling at first. I ain't gonna do no wrestling or whatever. But then I felt I found out that I loved it and I was real good at it.
Yeah, yeah. I'm looking at all too, man. You think uh a lot of people look at spoiling because of the childhood that they had, the things that they didn't get as a child. They're giving it to their children now because they're able to make that type of money and give that to their children. You think
Yeah,
they're
of course.
spoiling them or they actually provide? Yeah. Um,
Sometimes, like I said, it's sometimes you, even if you're doing it for a good reason and your heart is in it, sometimes you can still spoil your kids the wrong way. Like a good thing example. When I grew up, I had to share my bed. I mean, not bed. I had to share a room with my other two brothers or whatever, right? So we was in this
mhm,
real small room, and it was all three of us or whatever, right? So
yeah.
growing up, I promised myself my kids will never be in that situation. I don't care if I got to work 3, 4, 5 jobs or whatever. That
Yeah.
I want my kids to have their own rooms. So
Hmm.
I I worked my butt off. I got a 4-bedroom house. You know what I'm saying? So each one of the kids and plus a guest will have their own room or whatever. Like I
Yeah.
said, I didn't have a like it took a long time for us to move into a house. We lived in apartment after apartment after apartment. And like when we stayed in some of them places, like man, we even though we had a bed, we didn't sleep in a bed because we were scared of getting hit by gunfire. So you imagine 3, 4 year old sleeping on the floor your whole time because every time, every night, almost every night, the apartments are getting shot up.
Yeah.
So I wanted better for my kids. So I moved them outside of Dallas. I moved them to the suburbs. And I'm proud of I was able to do that. I moved them to a better school district. So, like I said, those are good goals. Those are good things that you want to do for your kids. But the thing
Hmm.
is, okay, like my daughter, right? She was in gymnastics for the longest or whatever, right?
Yeah.
I put her in gymnastics. I didn't have to put her in gymnastics. And as expensive as it was, like because it was so expensive and she was not doing her chores and stuff like that, and she was doing stuff she wasn't supposed to do, but I still kept her in there or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But I started thinking to myself, I'm like, if I keep telling her that I'm gonna take her out and I'm allowing her to do all this stuff, knowing that she's not doing the simple stuff at home, what kind of messages I'm sending to not only myself but my son? My son gonna look at that like, wait a minute, you getting on me and having me be accountable, but not her. So I had to, check myself as a parent and be like, nah, you don't want to listen. I took her out. It hurt me to take her out because that was a that was a thing that her and her mom had in common, but I had to do it for the better of her because she was messing her life up. So same thing.
Yeah. I think as we as like I said, coming from what we saw as children and things that we're capable of giving our children a better life, but like at what cost though, right? I didn't have a good lavish life like I got right now in my house. I have with my children having their own rooms and stuff. And for me coming up, being in a 2-bedroom house with like 8 people in there and everybody laying on top of each other. I think I turned out a pretty good guy, but we pray and hope that all this stuff that we're capable of giving our children that is not corrupting them. It comes a point to where we decide on, are we providing? Are we are we spoiling? Right?
Hello, Mrs. Curlin.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it. I remember one time I had bought my kids. This is when I did celebrate Christmas. Man, I bought my kids all this stuff, and I was happy. I'm like, look, man, I don't work. I worked two jobs. I worked two
Ah,
jobs to
Christmas.
get them all this stuff. Right? I'm talking about. I bought almost $2,000 worth of, or $3,000 worth of stuff, whatever. Right? So I'm all happy. I'm like, yeah, I got my kids everything, a thing they could want or whatever. Right?
Yeah.
And you know what broke me?
What's that?
When my my son was like, "Wait a minute, where's the game? The other game I asked for? Because that
Mm,
game had sold out. The game had sold out, but I got him everything else he wanted on his list." And he said,
yeah.
"Wait a minute, where's the other game I wanted?"
Oh yeah.
That showed me he wasn't appreciated. That showed me that I spoiled him, and I promised myself
Wow.
I'm never doing that again.
Yeah, and that's, I think that's the line right there you gotta find. They gotta be able to show gratitude, they gotta show patience, they gotta show responsibility. If they're not doing that, you and they are just, hey, I should get this. Because I said I wanted it. I think that's where the line is. If they're not giving that gratitude and they're not showing that patience or showing any type of, they not you're not giving them any type of responsibility for whatever they're wanting, that's where you're spoiling them at. You got to be able to draw that line
Exactly.
and see that.
When the
Yeah.
last time your kids told you thank you without you asking?
Yeah. I don't even know. I don't.
Because you
I
spoiling them.
do it. I
Exactly.
do it. It's
Exactly.
crazy,
Think about
man.
that.
Like
When the last time they told you thank you?
yeah, I try my
Not
best to.
because you forced it. Not because you forced it, but because they actually meant it.
Mhm. I can't. Like I said, I just got my daughter some shoes today. She wanted these shoes. I got them today.
And did she say thank you?
I want to say she did. I don't want to just say she didn't, but I'm gonna have to go back in there. You got me thinking now. I'm gonna have to go back in there and ask and say, "Did you say thank you?"
It
Yeah. So
might
yeah,
happen. I'm next to like
the kids
yeah, but like I said,
nowadays.
when the last time, like I said, man, I can't even, man, I can't shoot. I will say this now. That my daughter is older and more mature. She actually is thankful for me. She wrote me a heartfelt letter talking about how she know that that I spoiled her and everything like that. And
Yeah.
she took advantage of sometimes. But seeing me work all the hours to provide and take care of her, she's more appreciative now. So I appreciate that. That brought me and my daughter closer together.
Yeah. That's cool, man. Man, that's cool. Yeah, as long as they're able to see that, you know. I know your daughter's up in age, or she's in high school now. Like I think at the younger ages, they really don't really see it yet. They just think that whatever they want, they should get and things. So I think it really needs to start right there. Kind of say, hey, you need to, give them some type of responsibility. Hey, if you want this, hey, let's go half in on it. If they're able to get, get jobs and be able to pay for whatever they're wanting and things, but it's a difference from what they want and providing. Please don't get that mixed up. Providing is pretty much providing. You provide the house. You keeping the bills on, right? And keeping food on the table. That's providing,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Clothes. That's providing. And all them
yeah.
wants, extra shoes, Jordans, uh,
Designer.
iPhones, designer. That's all spoiling. If you're
Yep.
not if
Perfume.
you
All
if
this
you're if you're buying it,
perfume
if
and
you're buying it and not asking for anything in return, you know. So I think that's
and
where a
don't get
lot
me
of people
wrong. Don't get me
is.
wrong. Nobody minds buying something for kids that are grateful.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's good, William. I'm happy for you. Thank you, and hell. But yeah, man, that shoot. But like I said, most kids in these days are spoiled.
Yeah, I mean, everything's more in abundance.
But
Like
we can't
everything.
blame them. We did it to ourselves. We did it to them. We ruined them.
It's how the world has gone, man. Like well, when you put this so like the platform we use and the social media out there and just everything's in abundance. Like I was like, hey man, where was the TV and all? I go to a football game. I'm like, where's all this? Where all the cameras at when we was playing? It wasn't there. You know, I was talking to one of my homeboys. He's like, bro, all that was scarcity. Like when that
Yeah.
2000 hit, bro, everything got available, ready available. You can go in and get anything and everything now. Whatever you want, you can get it. You know, back
Let me
then you
tell
weren't
you,
able to do it. Right? Shit. If you want
man.
it, partner, whatever you want, you can get it now. I don't give a damn what it is.
Shoot,
You
you
can
ain't
have
lying. But let me tell you, let me tell you something. Though. You know what? You know what? This is a funny story. You know what? You know what tripped me out,
what?
man. Hey, my dishwasher had broke. My dishwasher broke, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they called me telling me my dishwasher broke, right? So
Yeah.
I said, so okay, I'm not home now. I'll look at it when I get there. Go ahead and
Yeah.
wash the dishes. No, they asked
Yeah.
me how.
You fill the sink up with some water and put some soap in that bad boy
They
and
asked me
get
how to
you a
wash dishes
rag.
because they always use a dishwasher. You see what I'm talking about
Yeah.
spoiling?
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. They wouldn't know to hand wash dishes. That's
Yeah.
put
And
some
then you know
clothes
how
on put some clothes over the gate to dry.
and, and then you know how events, for events like, 4th of July and all this other stuff, you know how you buy the paper plates or whatever?
Yeah.
Man, they got you so used to paper plates that they were well, they were scared to use them real dishes because they didn't want to clean them. Shit.
Spoil. You spoil them. That's spoil.
Yeah,
Right?
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So, like I said, we don't realize that we doing it, and sometimes we do it because it makes it more convenient for us as
Yeah.
parents. But now, man, we gotta get out of that habit. So
I
yeah,
can't stand it. Spoil.
they wash dishes now, even though it does work. They wash dishes now.
Yeah. But how often do they do it? It's not, you got a dishwasher right there. All you got to do now is just load it. But still, like I'm saying, I don't,
Mm-mm. Like all
it's,
the big heavy pots and stuff. Nah, they got to do that.
well, yeah, I find it on that and stuff. So, check it out. Uh,
Yeah, but I mean, hey, we as parents, like I said, we can do a better job of not spoiling our kids. We can give them a better life and better, give them what's better than us, but we don't have to necessarily give them, everything that they want.
you think they should know what struggle feels like we struggle, even though like my mom couldn't provide the things that I wanted. Like right, we don't, I can't. The things I provide for my kids now, my mom couldn't provide, right? Because she didn't have the money. And I think just because
I
of
don't,
the day and age, but do you think they should struggle? Think kids should know
I
what
don't know.
struggle is?
I don't know about them struggling, but there ain't nothing wrong with taking them back to your humble beginnings to show that how much better off you got it than what we had it. Like
Yeah,
I regret. That's one of the things I did regret was not taking them over to Pleasant Grove where we grew up at enough or whatever because I didn't want them to be around that. But
yeah.
hey, when they start acting up, I showed them. I was like, look, this where this you see this room right here.
Mhm.
You see how big your uncles are. This is where we slept right here. Like
Yeah,
like
yeah,
like I said,
yeah. Show some type of
like I said, we had one TV for the longest. We had one TV. So
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? How y'all can go in another room and watch TV? We ain't have none of that.
yeah.
We was fighting over the remote. And don't let your sister get home first because she was the dad's favorite. So she would take the remote and watch what she wanted to. And there was nothing we could do about it because she was daddy's girl. So we just had to stick it out until she fell asleep or got tired.
Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, I think I think when it comes to a point when children look for you to, hey, they know that you gonna pick up the slack, maybe, where they're slacking at, like maybe, oh, my parents gonna pay the bill, you know what I'm saying? Or, my mom gonna fix this, my dad and them gonna fix their responsibilities and stuff like that. I think that's when it comes down to, oh, we gotta spoil one here and things. So if you're seeing anything like that in your children, like they're not keeping their responsibility, they want you to fix things that they're not keeping their end up on. Um, yeah, I think we got to do better, as like you said, myself. I got to do better at making my kids have responsibility, because they just tell me what they want, all their wants, and I go about and I just go ahead and get them their wants because I'm able to get it. And I
Yes,
think
man.
I'm kind of, I ain't gonna say kind of, I think I am getting to that point to where I'm actually spoiling them, because I didn't have that luxury as a child. So that's what I'm doing to my
Shoot.
kids, trying to give them a better life. But I'm damaging them because I'm not giving them any type of responsibility. I'm not making them work for it.
Shoot, not just that. Shoot, think about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember them days where, let's say, for example, I came home, cooked a home cooked meal. Like, I might make some, some spaghetti with some garlic bread and some corn on the cob or
Yeah.
whatever. And then they tell me, I don't want that. I want McDonald's. Shoot, I wish I would. Say, hey, I wish you would think I'm gonna go get you some McDonald's after I done cook this hard earned meal. You gonna
Yeah.
eat it.
Yeah.
And I think another problem is the grandparents are making them kids worse too with the spoiling.
Oh yeah.
Because
That's
I'm
that's what
like,
their
you know what I'm
job
saying?
is.
Like,
That's what their
yeah,
job.
stop being so hard on that baby. Who are you and what have you done to the demon that raised me? You were that sensitive
Yeah.
with me growing up.
Yeah. I think your sensitive level. I think all that hardness go out the window, man, as you get older.
Yeah, and
You're
I'm like,
young, you hard headed.
your mom was way harder on you than she was on her grandkids.
Yeah. I,
That's what I'm
like I
saying.
say, bro. It comes. It's an energy level, right? So you got all this, and it's as you're younger, you got more energy to project, structure, and as you get older, you get more. Your energy level goes down. You get more softer. You get more emotional. You get more caring. That's what happens. So,
Don't
hey,
don't
yeah, from a
don't touch
young,
my
from going
grandbaby.
from somebody that's 20 years old, you got full of the energy, and you ready to discipline and be that way. But as you, like I say, as time go by, you get more wiser, you get more slower, you get your energy levels go down, and that's what happens. And
I
that's
mean, look at
why.
my mama like she crazy. I'm like, you don't remember when you whooped me doing a Macarena?
That's like, man, I see my brother get thrashings all the time. Boy, I made sure I wasn't. I was letting him down, whooping, scaring me straight.
Man, she was whooping me synchronized. One hop this time. Man,
Oh
shoot.
man, bro,
Yeah.
yeah,
Man, I remember one
I like
time,
demons.
man, I remember one time, like I was, she told me she was gonna whoop me or whatever, right? And I was asleep or whatever. I fell asleep or whatever, right? Man, I thought
Yeah.
she forgot. Man, I woke up the
Mhm.
next morning sore. And then I realized she whooped me in my sleep. I thought I was dreaming, but she whooped me in my sleep.
Yeah, that's bad. Yeah.
And now she all like, oh no, we need to understand what they going through. We, what I'm saying, maybe she's just having a hard day. I tell her she can't leave her room before, unless her room clean. And I'm looking, she trying to help her clean her room. I said, what you doing? I'm trying to
Yeah.
help my grandbaby clean the room. And I'm like, no, you wouldn't let us get no help. Why you
Yeah.
trying to help her?
Yeah. 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 That's, man. Like I say, I watched my brother get too many women. It wasn't no belt either. It was switches. You gonna go get the switches out the trees. And I think they hurt worse than the damn belts. So I
No,
don't know.
but hey. Like, now
No
that's
boy.
one thing I'm glad I ain't punished my kids like my parents punished me, boy. 'Cause I tell you what's the worst thing in the world, though, man. When you get a whipping, when you wet at the shower, you fresh at the shower, your
Yeah.
skin is moist, boy.
Oh yeah. No, I didn't ever get hit with that water on me. Not that I can remember, but
Have you in
yeah.
there? Ooh, wait.
uh,
but,
hey, check.
but hey,
Hey, hey,
I remember
true.
one time she hit with that belt, and I start acting like Wycliffe. I was in there like, someone please call 911.
Yeah, man, we used to get yeah. Nowadays you can't do that. You know, you got to
Yeah.
do it in the privacy of your own home, and then you got to worry about somebody bruising and somebody seeing it. So yeah, that ain't feasible nowadays because you get in trouble doing stuff like that now. So
Shoot, I had creative punishments. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you know, I'm not saying I'm gonna have you in a push-up position till I get tired.
oh yeah, there's different ways now. I try not to whoop my children. I haven't. I can't remember. I think went back when they were maybe toddlers, I maybe spanked them and told them no, but as they got older, I didn't. I don't do corporal punishment and things.
Shoot, I
I don't
remember.
believe in
Shoot,
beating.
shoot, I remember one time my you know, I took my I took my son PS or whatever, and he goes, "Somebody, can I get a
Uh,
whooping instead?"
you did what?
I said I took it, you know, I had took his video game or whatever, right? His video game console. And he gonna
Yeah.
ask me, "Can I get a whooping instead?" This ain't no election. You don't get to decide what you got to punish me. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got you. I feel. I
You
feel.
ever begging for a whooping?
So crazy. Hey, check it out. So, what about different backgrounds? Uh, like different like people that are rich, poor, middle class. You know, you think there's a certain level that they spoil on definitions of being spoiled to like
You know what's
what do you
crazy?
think?
You know what's crazy?
What's up?
One thing I noticed, the poorer people are more inclined to spoil their kids than the richer people. Yeah, think about it. Okay, a rich person might spoil their kid or whatever, right? But the
Mm-hmm.
money that they are spending, it's nothing to them or whatever, right? It's
Yeah.
nothing to them. Shoot, a poor person will take out massive amounts of debt to spoil their kid. You know, there's people that's got payment plans for Jordans.
Mm. Because they trying to live that lifestyle. They're just trying to go with the Joneses, huh?
For some designer shoes, they have a payment plan.
That's crazy. And that's where I see too, is where like the younger the not to say the younger, but the poor class, they can look at
Yeah,
like new shoes, vacations and things like Christmas gifts, like smaller items to be things that they spoil their kids with, whereas the upper class looking at cars, investment accounts, because
dad's
they have
belt.
that money, education,
Yeah, my
they can
dad's
give their
belt
children
was
that.
a lot ago. The strap from my saddle. Oof, I know that hurt, Big John. You're right, William. Okay, I get that. The rich might spoil their kids with education and all this other stuff, or whatever. Not education, these trips and stuff like that. But think
Yeah.
about this: if they rich, it's not hurting their pockets. They're not struggling for the next meal. You got
Hmm.
poor people that can't no they look, they will miss paying their rent to buy their kids the latest designer.
Yeah, that's talk
How
about
many people
priorities,
you know
Jack.
stayed? How many people you know stayed in they stayed in apartments, they stayed in these poor places, or whatever. I mean, poor not apartments are poor. I'm talking about they stayed in the section eights or whatever, or any other type of place or whatever, right? They will
Hmm.
get they will sell their food stamps. Knowing they need food, they would sell their food stamps
Whoa.
just to go get the latest pair of Jordans.
Yeah. Taking money out the mouth just to spoil, just so you said to spoil themselves, to spoil their kids, all that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, that's crazy.
Meanwhile, you got billionaires. Because I actually had a conversation with Mark Cuban. You got billionaires that's wearing Wrangler jeans and wearing
Yeah.
shirts that's 10 to $50, and they saying why would they you know what I'm saying, why would they endorse a name brand product that they're not getting paid for? It makes no sense. It's not putting money in their pocket, so why would they spend all this money to help make somebody else rich?
Yeah. Priorities. Priorities are jacked up. Yeah.
If you know what I'm saying, think about this. It's plenty of, like, it's women and men out there buying their daughters Louis Vuitton purses, right? And a purse
Mhm.
costs more money than what they got in their bank account.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, that's like I say, people trying to keep up with the lifestyle, keep it up with social media. Like I said, social media is like one of the and it's gonna be like on like a downfall, um, because everybody looking, everything's in abundance, right? So you got all different pay ways you can pay now, where you got all kinds of stuff, right? Klarna, a firm, um, layaway. You know what I'm saying? Credit cards, bunch of different ways to pay. So that if it's there, some people don't have that. You know what I'm saying? That within them to
That's what
understand
I'm saying.
and prioritize.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's a lot of poor people will spoil their kids more than a rich person, not because of the money, but because they will destroy their entire life just for appearance of their kid.
Hmm. Yeah, and that's what their children going what they gonna see when they grow up because their parents are doing that. So they're not probably teaching them, hey, to work for it, and then they're gonna be spoiled and probably do the same dang on thing. Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got to think about it. Like I was talking, and this is why we got to teach our kids early. Because I was talking to a good friend of mine, right? I was talking to
Hmm.
his son, lacing him up with knowledge, and I'm looking and I'm telling him, I'm like, so you spent all that money on your kid's car. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm glad that you was able to afford a car for your kid to,
Yeah.
for his graduation present. But I said, why the hell you don't have life insurance on your kid? And he said, huh? I'm like, I was like, let me tell you something. And don't tell me all these excuses and stuff. Guess what? Do you know how cheap it is to get life insurance on a kid that's under 18 years old?
Pretty cheap, like $2, $3 a day or something like that.
Man, it's some policy that's like $8, $9 a month.
Yeah, that's
But you
crazy.
spent 18,000 for that car.
Mhm. So what you saying? A cash card and a life insurance policy that that can benefit them.
Yeah, because look, think about this. A life insurance policy, if you get a whole life insurance policy, right?
Yeah.
The more money that you pay towards a policy and the value that it goes up, let's say you get a policy for like $50,000 or whatever, right?
Hmm.
You know, if you come into hard times or whatever, you can borrow against that policy interest free.
Okay, because of the money that you put into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it extends your payment plan, but you can borrow that. So let's say you got $20,000 in equity built up over there, right? You need to
Yeah.
borrow that money for your kid's school, or if you want to do even if you want to do a wedding, you can borrow against that policy.
Yeah. That's cool. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. So
But
people need to.
that's saying your parent isn't thinking like that. So like I said, think about it. That's your parent not thinking like that. So,
The children not
but like
gonna
I
think.
said, exactly. But like I said, that's what I'm saying. Like we when it comes to it, like I said, I'm telling you, like a lot of the poor parents, more poor parents will spoil their kids in the rich period. Because, like I said, you could, as a rich person, yeah, you spoil your kid, but hey, I mean, you buy them you take them to a $5,000 trip or whatever, right? Well, you're a
Hmm.
millionaire. 5,000 is like $50 to you. It's not hurting your pockets,
Yeah.
but you're willing to set your whole family back 6 months for an appearance.
Yep. You got to feel people got to feel keep up with the Joneses, bro. It's
Like, did
sad.
you see that? Like, did you see that 16? Did you see that it was a young kid? I forgot her age or whatever. She used her mother's card to go to a Chris Brown concert. So now they don't have enough money for their mortgage.
Something will get put back. They're gonna get put behind the
But that was,
months.
I guarantee that was one of those kids that that never got told no. Because why would you think it's okay to use your mother's money? You know what would have happened to me if I'd have used my mother's card without her permission?
Want to cross that belt across your head?
No, I'd be 6 feet in the ground.
Oh no, she will put you down when she.
Shoot. Or she'd have been like, or she would have pressed charges against me. She would have made an
Yeah,
example out of me that day. She'd press charges against me.
yeah, yeah. Because you messing with the you know the place to stay and thing. So you think as parents now, are we giving our children a better life or easier life?
Now, I'm gonna be real. About 80% of parents, 80% of parents are giving their kids an easier life.
Yeah, absolutely. I would go. I mean, they both play hand in hand because, like I
Have you
said,
okay, let me ask you something. How old is your oldest kid in your house?
17.
17? Have you ever sat down with your kid and showed them all the bills you paid?
Nah,
Why not?
just if I need to.
He's
That's
17, right? He's
mhm,
he's 17, right?
yeah,
He need to know what he need to know what he's facing, right?
yeah, absolutely. So yeah, it's something I need to do. So you can be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, okay, yeah, I see where everything's going."
Yeah.
A lot of
I
people
see
don't
why
see
dad
it.
don't got it to give it to me all the time. And sometimes he tells me no.
Yeah, I need to have every just 17-year-old now. Everybody need to come out and sit down and let me show
Yeah.
you what I do. This is what I pay each month for this and food and yeah, I think that's a something that everybody should do. That's providing
Yeah.
for the house thing. So
And show them your salary and show them what the average salary in America is.
hmm
And show them all the bills that you're paying.
so
And next time you come to me ungrateful,
yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah, I understand what dad's doing. That's why.
yeah, show
Yeah.
him how much his salary will be when he start working because they don't get paid as much as you.
Yeah.
Show him what his salary will be, and show him your
hmm
bills, and tell him try to pay my bills with your salary.
Yeah. Be like, yeah. Hey, I need to step my game up. Gonna make him, hey, I gotta step my game up.
Yeah,
Nah, it's gonna show him a big picture when you do that. That's
shoot,
gonna take that spoiledness and being able to be responsible and things like that. That's gonna show him that hey, you know what? I need to help out more. Look, this is what dad's doing. They ain't gonna probably ask for that, them Jordans, or they're gonna be probably be more grateful too when you do actually show them. So yeah, I'm gonna plan to do that.
yeah,
Sit down with all the kids at the house and let them know exactly what it is, and so they can understand.
and as dads, what I'm saying. Sometimes we let our daughters come in there with funky attitudes or whatever, and we let them get away with it. We just let them stew and take it out on people.
Yeah, I try to jump in that.
Hey,
Yeah,
nah. Hey,
I try to nip that
I
in the butt.
know. I checked. No, I had to check my kids one time. I was like, I
Yeah,
said, what I'm saying, like, I was like, okay. They were like, dang, daddy. I was like, how long have I been gone? I took them to work. I showed them what I did and everything. or whatever.
Hmm.
This before I started working at Lowe's, and they was
Yeah.
like, "Man, you working a long time." I was like, "How long I've been working?" They was like, "A lot." I said, "You see all the stuff I do? You see
Yeah.
how hard my day is?" And they was
Hmm.
like, "Yeah." I said, "Have I ever taken anything out on y'all at home?" And they said, "No." So why, when y'all having a hard day at school, y'all trying to take it out on me?
Yeah.
And it made them realize, oh dang.
Yeah. Yeah. It's sports. That's what I'm saying. That's all that. That's that. It all goes hand in hand. Being spoiled. You got to give those scenarios to kind of be like, hey, look how I'm handling. This is how you should
Yeah,
handle things, and things. So
I don't feel well, so I don't need to go to school. What, you sick? You got a
I get
fever?
that all the
No.
time. I get
My
that all
stomach
the
hurt. My stomach hurt. You think the job care about your stomach hurting? How many times your dad came in here dragging himself out of bed to go to work?
Yep. I get that.
Sometimes I'll be honest with you. You're not gonna like to hear this from me because just I'm your daddy, but sometimes you gotta work through pain.
Yep. You right about
Now
that.
I'm not saying if you really sick, don't stay home or don't go to the doctor. But if it's just a little pain, sometimes you're gonna have to work through it, whether you like it or not. Because guess what? Your bills ain't gonna stop coming just because you're in a little pain.
Right. Oh man. Uh,
Oh, I can't go to school because I'm tired. You don't think I'm tired when I come home and I gotta be at work? Cause you know the job. You're like, shoot, yeah, I might have to close. I'll be off work at 11 o'clock, and sometimes I might have to come in there at 6 or 7 o'clock. You don't think I'm tired? It takes me about 30 minutes to get home. By the time I'm situated and ready to go to bed, it's probably 1 o'clock,
mm-hmm.
and then be up there at 6 o'clock. You don't think I'm tired? But I still got to drag myself in there to go to work to provide for you and your brother. And I'm glad it will, and my wife and my other daughter. And I'm glad to do that because that's what I signed up for. That's what a provider and a husband does. But when you're on your own, when you're in this world, no one's going to feel sorry for you. No one's going to tell you, oh, it's okay to just sleep in because your stomach hurt or you tired. No, like I said, your boss, you do that enough times, your boss will promote you to customer.
Hey, check it out. Should teenagers have jobs if their parents don't need money?
Yeah,
Responsible,
because
right?
because the job will teach you a work ethic. It'll teach you how to, prepare yourself for the real world. Because guess what? Even if you got your own company, right?
Hmm.
And you trying to make money with other people, guess what? Even if you your own boss, you working for other people.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say you own your own construction company, right? You own your own construction company, right? And you
Yeah.
trying to build a new NFL stadium. You don't think you're working for that owner? He's cutting your check.
Yeah. Right. You're right. And I just know some, like my son's girlfriend. Her parents don't want her to work. I don't know. I was like, well, shit, what they teaching her, right? I don't know if they teaching her like, hey, look, we got you. We don't want you. I don't know if they're trying to protect. I don't know, but you know, I'm always about,
And that's
hey, get you a job, make you responsible, so you know
my
about.
grandson. My
Yeah,
grandson does that all the time. I don't want to go to school. Yeah, they kids be doing that all the time. But guess what? Now you gonna get up out of here. If you ain't got a fever and you ain't throwing up, you can take your butt to school.
yeah, yeah.
If your throat ain't sore, like I said, you going to school.
Mhm. I know your answer on this. Should children get paid to do chores?
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. When they're younger, yes, they should get paid. Hello, James. When they're younger, they should get paid. But once they hit about 15, 16, no, man,
No
you need to
chores,
start
get
pulling your
paid.
weight. Hmm?
15, 16, because they can go to work, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
I'll take 16. Yeah, you can go to work
Yeah,
if you
15, I
want to,
think you
what I'm
can
saying?
too. I think
Yeah.
15.
Yeah.
So,
So once you're able to get your own money or whatever, hey, you part of this household too. Like, I'm not asking for you to pay groceries. I'm not asking for you to buy your own stuff, whatever. But what I am asking for you to do is pull your weight,
Yeah.
which means, especially as a boy, which means, hey, you going to school, get your do good with your grades, keep your room clean, and all this other stuff. And your money, I tell my kid, yeah, your money is your money. I don't want your money or whatever.
Yeah.
But I tell you what you do, will do in my house when you do have a job, you're gonna save 30% of your salary and put it to savings. I don't want you spending it. Don't touch. I
Yeah.
mean, a third. You're gonna spend a third of your salary after taxes. You're gonna put it in a savings account. You're not gonna spend it. You're gonna just let it sit there, and you can collect money. You're not paying any rent. You're not paying any of this other stuff, groceries. You're not doing all the other stuff. What you can do is save your money and set yourself up for success in the future. Because think about it. If you save a third of your salary, think about it. You just save a third of your salary every month, right?
Hmm.
In 3 years, you'll have saved 1 year of your salary.
3 years. Yeah. That's pretty good.
So let's say you want to move somewhere. Guess what? You have the money to move. You have the money to, finance yourself, to take care of yourself or whatever, be self-sufficient.
Yeah. That's good knowledge. That's pretty good knowledge right there. How about would you buy a teenager a brand new car?
Heck no.
I know people. I know people that do that. They got because they have the money. Hey, I'm gonna buy her a brand new car. I'm gonna buy him a brand new car because they have the money. You wouldn't do it?
Yeah,
They
to each their
spoil them.
own.
Yeah,
To each their own. Yeah,
yeah,
to each their own. But no. Mm-mm. Now, would I
yeah,
get you a used car? Yes. So that'll give you something, it'll give you your freedom to drive and everything, but it'll give you the desire to get your own new car. It'll give you that worth that to like, I got this car, so the next car I want better than what I had.
yeah. How about paying their note? Should they pay their
Hmm.
note? Part of it. I
Are
said,
you?
should they pay
What
their
are you?
part
What are
car
you?
note?
What are you? You're a college student, or what's going on?
They're
Are you
still, they're
working?
still. Yeah, they're working. They're working.
Are you actually? Are you being respectful and you trying and you just
They
struggling?
working. They working. They working.
Now,
You
I'm talking
know,
about, are you
they
actually
respect.
doing what you're supposed to do? And or I'm talking, are you actually doing what you're supposed to do? You're trying and you're struggling, or are you just working and you blowing your money carelessly? Because those are two separate things.
I would say, teenagers they gonna blow, man, because they ain't gonna know what to do with their
No,
money. Like it's
if
just,
you're gonna blow your money, no, no. If you're gonna blow your
yeah,
money, no. Because guess
yeah,
what? I might do it once or twice, but after that, you're on your own. Because guess what?
hmm
Nobody else is gonna care. You
yeah,
think, oh well, I blew my money this month. It's okay if I pay my rent next month. You think that they
yeah.
gonna do that?
I'm all no, they wouldn't. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. So I might help you once. I might help you twice, but I'd be damned if I help you a third time.
Mhm.
You grown up to blow your money, knowing that you needed something paid. You grown up to face grown people consequences.
Yeah, that's true. How about this? Should adult children be paying if they're out of school and living in the house,
No,
like rent or bill?
no,
No.
no. They can. It's to each their own, but I wouldn't. Because let me tell you something. Like, that's why a lot of people move out their parents' houses before they prepare to leave or whatever. Because you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like, yeah, you grown at 18, but shoot, you don't really know what you really supposed to know in this world at
Yeah.
18. Look,
Hmm.
I told you, look, like my son, he's going to community college, right? And he's
Yeah.
working or whatever, right?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna kick my son out on his own because he's 18. No, I'm not gonna charge him rent. I told you, save one third of your salary every month. One third. And guess what? In 3 years, you'll have what? You have a year of your salary.
Yeah. Pretty good. That's pretty good. That's good knowledge. No.
So think about it. Like, let's say he working this. Okay, let's say he at the job he makes 27, 30,000. Let's say he makes $27, $30,000 or whatever. In 3 years, he'll have about 33,000 saved up because guess what? That
Yeah,
interest in that savings account is adding on to it too.
got you. High yield savings account, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, 4%. I think the highest is like
but
four
see,
percent.
that's what I'm saying. Like we got to do better. You know what I'm saying? Like set yourself up for success. Because that's
Yeah.
one thing that I do appreciate with a lot of Hispanic parents, especially the Mexican parents that I know or whatever.
Mhm.
They don't kick their kids out of the house until they ready, until they start. Not all of them, but a lot of them don't kick their kids out of the house until they're ready to be married, until they married. And guess what? Like they be like 25, 28 years old, still living at home. But guess what? When they move from home, they have a down
Yeah.
payment for a house. They have their cars are paid off. They have zero debt with 800 credit scores.
Together is better, right? You get
Yeah,
you. It's like with anything, man. You bring everybody together, but we black people like crabs in a barrel, bro. We can't see nobody ever, uh, you know, uh, pull up on us. But yeah, you're right. I see it all the time in the Hispanic community. And boys have some nice, lavish houses, but they know what to
they be
do.
having some nice lavish. They be having these nice trucks and everything. Trucks paid
Yeah,
off.
lifted
That's what
trucks.
I'm saying. Zero debt. It's smart.
Yeah, because
That's
you
what I'm
got
saying. Like you
every
would rather
income coming to that, paying for that. Everybody's income hitting that bill. Bam, bam, bam. Before you
you
know
would
it, you
rather
saving all
have
that
your
extra.
kids. You would rather have your kids struggle outside your house than be in a room be empty than for them to live at home and take and build their future. Like as long as
Yeah,
your kid is respectful, as long as your kid is respectful, hardworking, and doing what they supposed to do, what's the big deal in them living at home?
yeah. I ain't got no issue with it, but if you're working, I would want you to you know, pay a bill. I ain't ask for say, hey, you know what, pay the mortgage or anything like that, but teach you some type of responsibility, right? I don't know. That's the way I kind of look at it because I ain't gonna say I think I did that when I was
But this
growing
is the
up.
thing. But it's the thing. If you're working or whatever, and you live in a home or whatever, you got your stuff going. Guess what? You can pay your own car note. You can pay your own
Yeah,
insurance or
yeah,
whatever. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
cool.
And guess what? And you can still save. You can still spend some of the money that you want to spend, but you can save a third of your salary, and you set yourself up for success. You know what I'm saying? If they paying bills and doing all this other stuff or whatever, guess what? They gonna be in your home forever.
Hmm. Shit. Some of them don't be paying the bills and still be in the home forever. I don't know what you talking about.
Shoot,
Shit.
not here. Like I said, I'm gonna set you up for success. Now, if you take it, but you don't take advantage of that success pathway to success, that's on
Yeah.
you.
No, I mean, like I said, what they doing living in the home and they stacking up. They're not paying no bills. I mean, they paying their bills. You know, so like I said, I look at it. Hey, you can catch something. Electric, gas be low in summer, right? And go up in the winter. So,
Shoot, no, it ain't. No, it
well, I
ain't,
don't know. That's how
man.
that's how
You know
mine
what? Hey,
is.
you know what I'm paying right now for my gas
What,
bill?
what you paying? G?
Man, I'm paying three digits right now.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. You must be you. I don't know what's going on with yours because my gas bill go down in the summer and then goes
No,
up in
no,
the winter.
my gas bill could go high my gas bill go higher in the winter. But remember,
Okay,
gas
yeah.
went up. Natural gas went up too.
Oh, for real, yeah.
You know I'm paying 40% more this year than I did last year.
There you go.
Man, go check your gas bill. You be like, God dang, you right. My bill went up too.
Oh my god, yeah. I ain't looked at it. It just automatically comes out my checking account. So
You see, cool
I
your eggplant. That's what my mom and her siblings did. It was nine people in one house, ages 30 plus. Now they are all successful and debt free.
yeah. What you doing? I done
Say,
gave the
I
bank.
know.
Say, bro, I done gave the bank all my money, man, for the past years I've been in this house. because all that's top loaded. And I've been looking at all kind of velocity banking or trying to help it pay down when you would tell me, hey, you gotta pay extra to it, which is something that I should have did. Nobody told me back when I was first bought the house. But you know, like I said, the black community ain't gonna come together like that. We don't do that, you know. But you know, you come together and you got those income to pay it down, you be more successful. You pay that house off, hey, let's go to this other house, right? And we all
Yeah.
pay that house off, and you can move like that. But can't nobody come together,
Now
man.
I'm gonna meet you when you grown. I'm gonna meet you halfway. If I see you trying, yeah, even if you're in a messed up situation, I'm gonna try my best to help you. But if I see you not trying, like, oh, I spent all my money on this girl. Hell no. You know how much money you had. Deal with it.
Yeah. That's true.
You was grown enough to spend all your money on that girl. You grown enough to handle your responsibilities. I hope
Hmm.
she was worth it.
Yeah, like I said, man, it's just
Same thing
something.
with my daughter. You spend all your money on some shoes and some of this other stuff instead of paying your stuff. No, you gonna suffer.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a lesson for you, but hey, it's gonna be a lesson you gonna learn.
And it leads me on this one. Can a child grow up wealthy without becoming entitled? What about that?
You said, can
You
a child
wealthy
grow up wealthy?
and not and really without becoming entitled, like growing up wealthy, like you got money.
Yeah,
You think,
yeah.
why
You see
is
the
why you
perfect
think it is?
example of it in basketball. You see the
You
perfect
want to
example of it in basketball.
like
Stephen
pro
Curry.
basketball, pro
Stephen
basketball.
Curry. You know
Hmm.
do you know who Stephen Curry parents are?
Yeah.
Do you know who
Mhm.
Grant Hill parents are?
I'm not.
You know Grant Hill mother was the college roommate of Hillary Clinton.
Oh, for real. Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Brand Hill.
They both Steph Curry and Grant Hill grew up from money. Do he seem to be entitled to you?
Nah, Grant was humble. Even Steph, both of them were humble cats.
Yeah, he had to walk on. I mean, he only had one Division One scholarship, and that to whatever when he did Division One, Division Two, to the school that he went to, Davidson. He had to work. He wasn't this overnight success, but
Yeah,
he came from money. He had that work ethic.
but that's them. You got some people that's entitled.
I know it's
That's
something,
wealthy. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
what
Like Jordan's
everybody
son.
say. Hey,
You got
that's
money.
everybody. Yeah, Kobe Bryant, same thing. He came from money. His parent was a professional basketball player. His mom had money, but guess what? Did that stop him from becoming a Mamba?
Yeah,
Did that
it
stop
did.
him from being entitled? I mean, was he entitled, or did he work his butt off?
Worked his ass off. Kobe did. Kobe did. I forgot that was a documentary with him.
Yeah,
Yeah. I think kids need to
yeah, they
watch.
can grow up wealthy and humble, but it depends on environment, friends, parents, and neighborhood. That's exactly right. It's up to you. You can grow up wealthy, but it's up to the parents to establish that humility in their kids. It's just like the kids that it's just like the wealthy kids, or not just wealthy kids, it's like the kids that bully these other kids at school. Most of the time, they be bullying the other kids is because their parents bully them, or they allow it. They think it's funny or cute.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a hard line right there because when you got the money, I think a lot of kids, like you saying, your parents gotta be they gotta be that spokesperson, that person that sets that foundation. Like, hey, well, even though we got this money and we can get you any and everything you want in life, these are some ground rules, right? This is what you gotta do. This is things I expect of you if you want these things. And I think that's something that I need to start doing better. And I think that's something that, like you say, Steph and Grant Hill and all them have already, with their parents, already instilled in them and things. So, but you look at these celebrities like Kim Kardashian and I think they all grew up, and we got all these celebrities that feel entitled because they got money. And it's kind of hard to say,
No,
hey, you know what I mean? Like, hey, I got the money.
no,
Hey, I can do
no,
whatever I
no,
want.
no, no,
I can
no,
buy
no.
whatever I want.
No, that's a different story. That like the Kardashians grew up. They are entitled because everyone in their lives have told them that they the most beautiful woman on earth. A lot of
Mm.
times, us guys breed that that entitlement. Like how many times have you seen a let's be real, you see a woman that's like a 2 or 3, but guys told her she's so beautiful that she feel like she the best thing on earth.
Yeah. Confidence, baby. Self
Yeah,
confidence. And like I said, people building you up. Building you up is
yeah. It happened to me at work. Like this woman was like, she was like, I'm not interested. I have a boyfriend. Because I said, how you doing, ma'am? I said, I work here. I gotta ask everybody. I gotta be ask everybody. Nobody wants you.
she took that as you trying to talk to
Yeah. I said, man, I never talk to a woman with dirty feet.
her. She a dirty. Yeah, man. We got, like I said, I got to do better as a father myself. Um, Making my children, be more responsible on the things because like I said, they literally send me things through text messages. Hey, Dad, can you get me this? Can I get this? Can I want? And I'm like, I try to let you, I can get it. I can do that for you because
And see,
I
that's a
wasn't able to
problem
get it.
right there.
That's
That's a
right there. I
problem right
know it.
there.
I know it. And I'm bad
That's a
because I'm
no,
like,
that's a
I
problem
want to give them
right there.
everything,
Like, no,
bro.
no,
That
no,
I
no, no,
want.
no. That's a problem that your kids are not even brave enough to ask you in your face the fact that they would
Yeah.
send you a text message. That's disrespect right there. I wouldn't even read the text message.
Yeah.
You're not brave enough to ask me for your stuff that you want in person. I ain't reading your text message. The answer's gonna be no.
Yeah. So I need to go from, hey, y'all stop sending me to come asking me.
Yeah. Because then when you look them in the eye and you tell them your expectations, they can't leave you on red.
Mm. I
Exactly. How
got
many
you.
times they done left you on red?
Shit.
See, there
That's
you
what I do.
go.
That. So I'm about to ask him, hey, like you said, bro, hey, come ask me in person and hey, what you gonna do? Hey, I need you to do this more. Like, yeah, she couldn't keep her grades up last year and things. So I'm like, hey, you got to keep her grades up. She's in cross country this year and things. So there's some things she got to do and be more responsible for this year and things. So like I said, I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna do better as a
Yeah.
father. So like right now,
Or go, Kuya Eggplant said, or go to any YouTuber live, streamer live, and see all these guys flirting with twos. People are thirsty out here. Yes. I had this, I say this, it's, man, I had this girl with no neck, thought she was the most beautiful woman. She had 3 chins and no neck and thought she was the most prettiest thing on earth because everyone kept telling her that she was fine because she had a big butt.
mm,
Like I said, thirsty
yeah,
men breed entitlement too. So
yeah, this world with OnlyFans and just everything just in abundance, man. It's it's gonna go. It's going down south, man. Like I say, women, like you say,
and
women are
simps
two
too.
streets.
Simps say simps be raise raise entitlement too.
I know it. What is it? Damn.
Man,
What else?
I know a guy that paid a girl 100 USD for her phone number.
Oh, and then she probably gave him the wrong one, and then
Nah, she gave him the right one.
Oh,
But guess
I see.
what? She gave him the right one. Guess what? He had to pay for her nails too before for the date. He had to pay for her nails or whatever before they agreed to go on the date or whatever, right? So
Mhm.
he paid for the nails, and then she blocked him because she had a boyfriend.
Oh, see, got $100 in some nails.
Yep. But yeah, hey man, that's the end of this live stream. We appreciate everyone for coming in. And stay tuned. We're gonna be doing a live stream hopefully on Friday. With that being said, Drew, did you
I'm
want to
not
tell the
Friday,
people?
so
Well, Saturday
Friday,
then.
Saturday, do Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah, we can do some Saturday. Okay, yeah, we can do some Saturday. So, is there anything that you want to tell the live stream before we get out of here?
Uh, man, just try try to uh, give your kids a boundary on their wants, and then make sure that you're uh, making them be grateful for it, and say thank you for it, and giving them some type of direction. Um, me myself, by doing this podcast, I see the faults that I have, that I need to start stepping up to the plate, and making sure that I don't raise spoiled kids, because right now they're on that path, and I gotta fix that. So, but yeah.
Yeah, and the thing that I want to say is, like I said, no one is perfect, and not every parenting style is correct, so or wrong. So you just have to find your own right path for parenthood and fatherhood. And with that being said, thank you for everyone for coming. And once again, I'm Will from Pastor Culture, and this is Drew. We're out.
Peace.
Peace.